Yo, you ready to get fucked up tonight?
No.
Dude, get over yourself. You need this.
I just don't want to go.
This is gonna help you get over Ashley.
I'm not in the mood.
Look, fun and distractions are gonna help you get over her.
Ben was right. Deep down, I knew that I needed to get over Ashley. But it was just too soon. Ashley broke up with me last week after dating for a year. Her excuse? She just didn't have those feelings for me anymore. What kind of bullshit was that? How does that make any sense? Everything was going well. Just thinking about it pisses me off and hurts at the same time. I realized that crying and sulking eventually would get old, but the honest truth is that I don't really like going to parties. They're not my scene, especially keggers in the woods. Drinking gives me the most wicked hangovers and headaches, and I hate all the pointless conversations and awkwardness that comes with parties. Drunken idiots thinking they will get laid, and girls that don't know what they want. I am just sick of it. Also, I met Ashley at a party, so I know that shit will haunt me all night. We did so much together, so her not being there will make me feel naked. I hate how much I depended on her.
Come on, it's a party with a bonfire in the woods. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fun.
Fine, I'll go.
Nice. See, that wasn't so bad.
Ben has been my best friend since we were in preschool. Some of my first memories include him, and I know that he was just doing his best to look out for me. Plus, I know he would just keep asking until I said yes anyway, so I really didn't have a choice. What time is the party?
It starts at 10 p.m.
Damn, that's pretty late.
Okay, old man. I know it's been a while since you went to a party, but that's pretty standard.
I looked at the time, and it was 6 p.m. Ben and I just hung out at my apartment until it was time to leave. Being around Ben did help a lot. If I didn't have him, then I know for a fact I'd be in a deeper state of depression. We pre-gamed a little and listened to music until it was time to leave for the party.
Dude, can I borrow a blue shirt?
What's wrong with the shirt you have on now?
It's not blue. My mom told me that blue makes eyes pop, and I'm trying to get laid tonight.
It's gonna take more than a blue shirt for that to happen.
Piss off. Do you have a blue shirt or not?
Yeah, there's a shirt in the closet you can use, but I want it back. Ben opened my closet and got a blue shirt. I can't help you if it doesn't fit. Ben put on the shirt and it fit a little snug. If you hold it in your stomach all night, I think you'll be fine, fat ass.
Fuck you, man. It's just baby fat. Bitches love baby fat.
I'm just trying to help you out. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Ben and I left my apartment and got into his car. He knew where the party was, so he drove, even though he was a shit driver. We drove until we eventually made our way to the back roads. We were driving for a while, so it made me question Ben. Do you know where you're going? Please tell me we're not lost.
Dude, chill out. We're almost there.
Ben was surprisingly responsible when it came to parties. He never drank too much and made sure everyone got home. He always said he needed to be crisp in order to talk to girls, even though he never scored with any.
Here it is.
Ben drove off-road and onto a dirt path leading into the woods. How did you see that?
I've been here before. Like I said, you're gonna have a good time.
Who owns this land?
I don't know. I'm thinking no one because no one has called the cops on us yet, so it's a good spot.
That didn't really put my mind at ease. But Ben said he's been here before, so I trust him. And it's not like I could jump out of the car now. Ben didn't drive too far until I could see the glow of a bonfire. He found some parking. I was surprised how many cars there were. A lot of people must be at this party. Ben parked the car and then turned to me.
You ready for your life to change?
Sure.
Don't be such a Debbie Downer. You're gonna have fun.
We got out of the car and I could hear music and laughter in the distance. Hopefully this doesn't suck. We walked towards the bonfire. I suddenly got really nervous. Not because I think Ashley would be here, but because I was so out of my element. I hated this already, and I could tell I wasn't going to know anyone else here but Ben. And the music sucked too, which is a telltale sign that if the girls here like this terrible music, then they probably had terrible personalities too. which is why it was so hard to get over Ashley. She was the only girl I could have meaningful conversations with. Her outlook on life was intoxicating, and I doubt I'll ever find someone like her again. Fuck. Why does loving her hurt so much? We made it to the bonfire, and there was a crazy amount of people here. I noticed some people from school, a couple from my class, but I didn't know them well enough to say hi. It's weird how you can see someone practically every day, and yet know nothing about them.
This is great.
It's alright.
Ugh, don't be such a bitch. Let's see where the keg is.
I followed Ben through the crowd, and we spotted the kegs.
Ah, there she is.
Ben grabbed 2 red cups that were placed by the kegs and poured us drinks. We both cheered and took a swig of the warm, cheap beer.
It's alright. Nothing beats your mom's titty milk.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Ooh, temper. Loosen up, man. Look at all the talent here tonight.
I looked around and he wasn't wrong. There were a lot of girls here. Even though I was single, I had this cloud of guilt looming over me. Because for some fucked up reason, I still felt tied down to Ashley, even though she made it very evident that she didn't want to get back together.
I know that look. Dude, forget about Ashley. Remember, she broke up with you. So, enjoy yourself. She did you a favor.
I processed what Ben said, and he was right again. But another sad truth is that I'm pretty bad at talking to girls. That's another reason why I like being in a relationship so much. It took the pressure off from actually getting the balls to talk to girls. Ashley made it so easy. She's the one that struck up a conversation with me when we first met. She had more balls than me. Maybe that's why she lost interest? Because I wasn't confident? I need to get Ashley out of my head.
I know you're rusty, so drink with me. You're more attractive when you're drunk. Some nerd from some fancy school wrote that. It's science, so drink up.
Fuck it. I gave Ben a cheers and forced myself to take another swig of warm, cheap beer.
There she is.
Damn, that shit's gross. I don't know if Ben's science was right or not, but I could tell I was starting to get tipsy. All the pre-gaming and drinking started to kick in. In some ways, it's good to be a lightweight. It makes you numb faster.
Feeling better?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I am. Fuck Ashley.
That's the spirit. Now let's crush some ass.
I could barely feel my face and body at this point, and the music was starting to suck less. It's weird, but I think I was starting to enjoy myself.
Hey, I'm gonna go talk to Brittany. I heard she just broke up with her asshole boyfriend.
Damn, really? They always seemed happy when I saw them together.
Yeah, I know. You going to be alright by yourself for a bit?
Ben knows I'm not that great by myself at parties, but I didn't want to be a buzzkill after all he's done for me tonight. Plus, Brittany was way out of Ben's league. I hate to say that because Ben's my best friend, but she plays volleyball and is one of the most popular girls in school and only dates guys from the basketball team. They're the only ones that are taller than her. Ben, on the other hand, is only 5'9" on a good day and has absolutely no athletic ability. So even if she talked to him, it'd be a fast rejection and he'd be right back. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be here whenever you get rejected.
Go fuck yourself. No way she rejects me with this baby fat and blue shirt.
Good luck, man. Ben left into the crowd of people next to the bonfire. Even though the alcohol made my body numb, I was fully aware I was alone. Fuck. I started to think what I would be doing if Ashley was here. Hell, I might even be dancing because she'd be by my side. But she wasn't here. Instead, I was standing, alone. Whatever. I'll deal with this shit tomorrow. Tonight is a night for fun and bad decisions. I looked at the crowd dancing next to the bonfire. Damn, there really was a lot of people here. The music seemed louder to me and I could feel my body react. I began to sway lightly. I wanted to dance, but didn't feel confident enough to dance by myself. Whenever Ben gets back, I'll join the drunken crowd. But where the hell was he? No way. he got lucky with Brittany. I swayed awkwardly to the music. I noticed a girl dancing. Her movements were captivating. She wasn't copying the latest dance moves from TikTok. No, she was graceful and light, almost like she was floating. It was her dancing that caught my attention, but her beauty made me curious. I've never seen this girl before. She had to be a foreign exchange student. She had long, dark brunette hair with brown highlights. Her skin was a perfect olive tone that seemed to glow next to the bonfire. She was barefoot and wearing what looked like a white sundress. Normally a girl being barefoot at a party would bug the shit out of me, but she made it work. Her body was slender, toned, and accentuated with feminine curves. Her face was perfectly sculpted and edged with beauty. Her green eyes were intimidating and welcoming at the same time. Normally I'm attracted to blondes, but she was the perfect woman. Her beauty made her seem out of place, like she belonged at a high-class after-party. And yet, she was here in the woods, dancing alone. And I wasn't the only one that took notice. All the guys at the party, even the ones with girlfriends, were taking glances. I stopped and stared. I couldn't help myself, like a moth to a flame. Some guys who had the balls tried to dance with her, but she ignored them and kept dancing by herself. She was in her own world, and we were just lucky enough to witness. It's embarrassing to say, but I was getting aroused. I could feel myself getting hard. I couldn't control it. I felt like I was in high school again, trying to awkwardly hide my side pipe whenever I saw girls wearing spaghetti straps. Suddenly, her piercing green eyes looked over at me. Shit! I quickly looked away and down at the ground, adjusting my pants. Out of embarrassment and shame, I quickly ran back towards the kegs. They were far away from the bonfire, and I needed a drink bad. I could feel myself sobering up after that painfully awkward situation. There was a line for the keg, so I went towards the back, accompanied only with my thoughts. Damn it! Why did I have to be so weird? Not that I had a chance with a girl like that anyway, but it definitely didn't help that she caught me staring, dick in hand. As I moved up in the line, another feeling overcame me. Guilt. Not because I was caught being a peeping Tom, but after a year of dating Ashley, that was the first time I ever lusted over another girl. I even stopped watching porn because Ashley asked me to. Not that it was a huge sacrifice, but I don't think girls realize how difficult it is for guys to stop watching porn. Well, I guess I'll be watching tonight after what just happened. I was about 2 people away from refilling my cup when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around, expecting it to be Ben, but to my horror, it was the insanely hot girl in the white dress. My body tensed, and I felt blood rush throughout my body, full of discomfort. She knows. She saw my business at full attention. I braced myself for a slap across the face, but to my surprise, she didn't. Instead, she smiled and grabbed my hand.
Come with me.
Okay. I didn't think twice. I dropped my cup as she led me towards the bonfire. I felt puzzled eyes staring at us. Everyone probably had the same thought I did. Why did this girl choose me? We weaved through people and eventually found some space.
Dance with me.
She began to dance gracefully again. The music was still shitty, but I joined her and did my best to keep up. I didn't know how to dance, so I just mirrored what she was doing. Whenever we would get close together while dancing, I could smell fresh pine. This girl's scent was equivalent to her looks. I know I probably looked like an asshole, but at least I was trying. She began to laugh. Her laughter was warm. I don't know if she was laughing at my dancing, but I didn't care. It felt good for once. It didn't bother me if people were judging. I felt empowered that she chose me. I don't know if it was the beer or this girl's energy. Maybe a mix of both, but I began to dance uncontrollably. I think it was impressing this girl because she started to laugh. It was so contagious that I began to laugh too. Ashley never danced like this with me. This girl felt like home, and I didn't want this dance to end. It was nice to forget about everything, even just for a moment. Hell, I almost forgot that I came here with Ben. I'll have to thank him later for inviting me. Hopefully he's getting lucky with Brittany. As I danced, I couldn't help but stare at her. I wanted to know everything about this girl. Our eyes connected. What's your name?
Belle.
Bal, I thought. Yeah, she has to be foreign with a name like that. I was expecting her to ask my name in return, but she didn't. Bal just kept dancing. Seeing her dance started to arouse me again. Without thinking, I blurted out, "I want you." Bal stopped dancing abruptly. Damn it! Why did I say that? I expected her to walk away, but instead, Bal shyly smiled, and then grabbed my face and started making out with me. Her lips were so soft. We were in sync as we kissed. I brought her close to my body and began to run my hands down her back and started to caress her. I've never felt more like a badass. Nothing else mattered right now, just our bodies together. I could feel her hands run through my hair. God, I love it when girls do that. Bal then slowly pulled her face away from mine. She looked at me with those bright emerald eyes.
Let's go to the woods.
A huge smile painted across my face. She grabbed my hand tightly and we made our way into the woods. I could see the jealous looks on all the guys who wished to be me right now. I couldn't help but gloat and smile. Yeah, she could have had any of you pricks, but she chose me. It wasn't long until we made our way deep into the woods. I could no longer see the bonfire or hear the bass of the music. I could barely see in front of me. The moonlight wasn't bright, so I was really trusting that Bal knew where she was going. It kind of made me weary that she knew the way a little too well. How many other guys did she take into the woods? I was starting to get a little uneasy too, because Bal was practically sprinting. It was a little difficult to keep up. She seemed a little too eager to bone. I stopped running and pulled Bal back. This seems like a good spot. She smiled and gave me a kiss.
Not here. I know a better spot.
Her kisses made my back tingle. Okay, but how much further?
Not far. We're almost there.
That uneasy feeling was clouded by her beauty. Now I understand why wars were fought over women. I'd do anything to be inside Bal right now. She took my hand and we started walking, not sprinting. I guess she picked up on my uneasiness. Ashley was good at that too. She always knew when I was worried. She said I had a look. She always hugged and kissed me anytime she saw it. Ashley always felt good in my arms. No, stop it. Now's not the time to be thinking about Ashley. You're in the woods, about to hook up with the most beautiful girl probably in your lifetime, and you can't stop thinking about Ashley? Pathetic. As I walked next to Bal, I looked at her curves. I know, some small talk will help. So where are you from?
From far away.
Nice. Like, in the States or out of the country?
Out of the country.
Okay, what country?
Greece.
Cool. Did you grow up near Athens?
No.
Where did you grow up?
Mount Oida.
I tried my best not to sound annoyed. Bal is the personification of one-word text. She's beautiful but dull. I gave up on getting to know her. I found myself not as excited and the intimate flame began to die down. I couldn't believe it, but I was becoming less interested. Bal was like one of those girls Ashley and I used to make fun of. All looks and no personality. Girls like her didn't have to develop one. They could get all the attention and everything they could ever want just for being attractive. Talking to Bal made me miss Ashley even more. We had the best conversations, which made sex even better. It's nice being intimate with someone that goes beyond physical traits. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be nice banging Bal, but I know once I go home, I'll still want Ashley. Feeling Bal won't fill my void. We suddenly stopped.
We're here.
I saw a huge, giant oak tree in the center of the woods. It seemed like all the other trees made a perfect circle around it. The tree was pretty impressive, but I don't know why we had to come all this way into the woods to bone next to it. Bal let go of my hand and slowly walked towards the tree. She softly put her head against the trunk and began to run her fingers slowly up and down, almost in a sexual manner. I guess trees make Greek girls horny? It started to weird me out, but then Bal turned around and motioned me to come to her with her finger. The girl has no personality, but she definitely makes up for it with her looks. My God, she's beautiful. As I walked towards her, she took off her dress. She was naked. Her body was flawless, not an imperfection in sight. It was almost too perfect, like a Photoshop model. When I approached her, I could no longer contain myself. I violently began to kiss her, and she responded. I was going to indulge in every aspect of her body. I licked her neck, caressed her breasts and ass, tasted her. I reveled in everything her body offered. I've never been so hard before. The pleasure was almost too much to bear. She began to take off my clothes, and in a matter of seconds I was naked, ready to have her. Out of instinct, I picked up Bal and propped her up against the tree. My hand slipped and took some bark off the trunk. Bal instantly became angry and pushed me with incredible force. I hit the ground hard. I looked up at Bal, and I swear I could see her green eyes begin to glow in the darkness.
Don't hurt the tree.
I laid on the ground, stunned and naked. Bal didn't say anything. She just smiled back seductively. Bal walked slowly and mounted on top of me. I was inside her. She slowly began to ride my body. Oh my God. The feeling was unimaginable. I tried my best to hold out. I wanted this feeling to last, but Bal started to go faster and her body trembled.
Will you stay with me?
Bal said out of nowhere. This caught me off guard and normally would make me soft, but I didn't care. I just didn't want her to stop. I will stay with you.
Stay with me.
She began to thrust more violently. I will stay. I couldn't hold it in for much longer. My heart felt like it was about to beat out of its chest. I tried my best to throw Bal off because I was going to come, but she pinned me down. She kept going faster and faster. Damn it feels too good.
Stay with me.
No! A shot of ecstasy rang out of me. My whole body collapsed in on itself with satisfaction. I took a moment to compose myself. It wasn't long until the pleasure was replaced by guilt. Suddenly, Bal wasn't as attractive anymore. My God, what have I done? Bal sat on top of me staring. I politely signaled her to get off, but she didn't move. Bal, it's time to go.
You said you'd stay.
I have to get back to the party and find my friend.
No.
At this point, I was annoyed and didn't care if I was rude. With all my might, I tried to push Bal, but she didn't budge. What the hell? Bal, this isn't funny. Get off me.
No. You stay.
Bal pinned my arms to the ground. I began to panic. I couldn't move.
Stay.
No, I don't want to stay. Bal shot me an angry look. Holy shit, the weight of Bal began to increase. It felt like a whole house was on top of me, and I was beginning to sink into the ground. What the hell is going on? What the fuck? Tree roots sprang from the ground and began to wrap themselves around my naked body. No matter how hard I struggled, the branches only got tighter. Bal then began to transform. Her perfect white teeth that housed an elegant smile turned into tree bark. Each tooth was jagged and sharp. Her soft, olive-toned skin became rough and coarse and had the texture and appearance of wood. Bal's long, healthy hair transitioned into leaves, moss, and brush. On top of her head grew massive wooden horns. Sap started to secrete from her mouth and body. She was a fucking tree monster.
You mortals are too easy. From the moment I saw you, I could see hurt in your eyes. That's why I picked you.
This isn't real. You're not real.
Oh, but I am very much real. As real as the forest around you.
What the fuck are you?
How dare you talk to me like that? I am Balinus. I'm one of the 8 daughters of the forest spirit Oxalis and Nymph-O. I've been here since the beginning and will continue to live as long as this tree stands and the forest soil bears life.
Let me go!
I can't let you go. When you're inside me, you said you'd stay with me forever. I need your body to nourish this tree.
I didn't mean it. I take it back.
Oh, it's too late to take it back now. Us nymphs live in the soil of the earth. We can travel anywhere and set our trees of life.
I don't want to die.
Oh, But you won't die. You'll be with me. You put your seed in me, and now your blood will sustain my roots. We are one. Forever.
The roots wrapped around my body tightened. It was hard to breathe. I could feel every bone in my body begin to shatter. Blood spilled out of my mouth. I was beginning to lose consciousness. Was this really it for me? The roots drug me further into the ground. The harsh soil began to consume my body. My last sight was Bal's horrific face. My last thought was Ashley. Then everything faded to black.